Margaret Thatcher said, the facts of life, you can have a lot of other interesting philosophies about politics and freedom and so on, but the facts of life are conservative. The fact is that we need safety. We need safe streets, safe borders. We need a safe northern frontier. We need safe borders and for our allies in the world. So we need to increase the armed forces. For one example, we're about to build 5 or 6 icebreaker Coast Guard vessels. They're now the steel's being cut as we speak in the shipyards where I visited in New Brunswick by the Irving Company. Secondly, families. We must support the families and provide care for seniors and their caregivers and young people. We've talked about how we're going to help young people. So families helped at tax time and when it comes time to go to school, and save money. Thirdly, we need to balance the budget. And after we balance it, go after our deficit, our national debt. This is key to the Conservative platform. That's the kernel of the Conservative platform, is safety, the economy, jobs really is the issue. Jobs and the creation of 1.2 million jobs, and doing that by increasing free trade. And when I say free trade, I don't just mean free trade for, huge transnational companies that cut a private deal, and domesticate all their losses in companies that officially lose money, and they export all their gains where they pay only 1% tax in the world. No. You will see the Conservatives are building relationships with these large transnational companies. Rather than punish them at tax time or with legislation, we build relationships with them so that when it comes time to say, hey, you transnationals, you banks, you Googles, you other fast-growing companies like Apple, if you want to do business with Canada, you need to pay your fair share of tax. You can't pass all the tax burden onto mid or small-sized businesses and onto mom and pop. But we approach them as friends, as people we do business with. We don't think they're evil, but we build relationships with them. So that's how we're going to create a truly free trade. Not cut a separate deal for the top 10 or 1%, but create an ownership society so that all classes of people can own homes, own businesses, create wealth, create jobs. And that is what we're doing. It is what is beginning to happen on the First Nation reserves. You'll see new job creation there as we have unrolled that plan by Andrew Saxton to privilege and allow First Nation ownership of natural resources and to seek partnership with them. So those are basically the 4 or 5 items: is looking after families, looking after safety, looking after the economy with training and truly free trade, not just for transnationals, but for mom and pop and their businesses and small mid-sized businesses, and safety at home and abroad.